Hi everyone, so welcome to day 2. We're going to dive really deep and quick into a hot topic, fear. Let me preface this with, I had no intention of diving so deep off on day 2. I thought I would ease you all into it and make it easy and light and breezy, but I woke up this morning feeling called to discuss fear and how it gets in the way of our gratitude. Might as well nip it in the bud right away, right? So I think this was spawned by a conversation I had with one of the Nomad teachers, Juan Carlos, yesterday. We were both discussing about how we have somehow manifested things that we've been setting out to do over a span of years. He was telling me, he's in graduate school now, he's engaged, he's a homeowner, and here it is right now, and being in it and being able to fully appreciate it and still take it day by day, right? And be fully engaged in it, the good, the bad, all of it. So, and I was saying that same sentiment of, what I was discussing with you guys in day 1 is it kind of somewhat manifested this opportunity to live by myself again, be a grown-up again, and my relationship. And when we sometimes we get in this idea of, I'm setting out to do something, and then it all of a sudden seems like magic that it happens, and we forget that these things that we set out to do, they still come with their own obstacles. So when we get to those things, when we're in it, once they finally arrive, to fully appreciate them as they are, with their obstacles and all. Because I think what happens at times is, here we are, we're in think of yourself in a job, right? You're in this kind of crappy job and you're like, I hate this job, I want a different job. And then you manifest and you create this new opportunity for yourself, right? You searched it out, or somebody offered you this job out of the blue, or whatever it is. And then you're in it and you're thinking, this is my dream job, and then all of a sudden the reality sets in that I don't know, maybe it's not as perfect as I thought it would be. That's really, I think, fear stepping in and saying, we should have just stayed back where we were somewhat, yes, miserable, but comfortable, because we didn't push the boundaries. So where you are in that situation, find the gratitude, appreciate for what it is that you have in front of you. And to go a little bit even deeper into this, I was thinking this morning about relationships. For me, I have this, for me, the fear is in relationships of abandonment. It goes all the way back. Maybe I know as a child, my parents separated at an early age. For me, I was 7, and so I had that first abandonment, that split of my family. And then I lived with my dad, and he had emotionally abandoned me because he had his own issues dealing with the effects of PTSD from Vietnam, and self-describing himself various and numerous, an abundance of drugs. So he emotionally had abandoned me, and then physically abandoned me when I was a teenager. So I had that fear and knew it well at an early age. So what I have been looking back at are these habits that I had of every time I became close with a friend, or when I started dating, and went into romantic relationships, or even my family members, I felt when I started to feel really close, that's when I put up this wall. This fear stepped in and said, instead of appreciating those people for the time and space that we had together, I put up this wall because I felt like it was a lot easier for me to abandon them. So I became mean, or I became distant. To a certain point with my friends, like, I pretended I didn't even know them to that point. So I felt like it was a lot easier for me to leave them and leave that relationship, rather than actually appreciating fully what they were, whether they were there for a lifetime, a season, or a reason, as they say. So that's what I want to ask you guys today, as you're going into this work of gratitude. Is there a person, is there a situation, is there an experience or an opportunity or a thing, right? It could be like your car. Is there something that you have here in front of you right now that you're not fully appreciating because of some sort of embedded fear? And you don't have to go too deep into it, but just, watch the conversation as it comes up. If you're starting to go through the list of things that you're ungrateful for, ungrateful, I think that's the right word. um, why are you having those conversations? What is that saying about you? And then to go a little further, if those things that you're aspiring to set out to do or get, or a relationship that is there but you aren't fully going into it, right? You're putting up some sort of barrier. That fear is that conversation of saying, no, I don't think so. Why? Right? Why can't you appreciate that experience, that opportunity, that relationship that's there? I see it a lot. I offer yoga retreats, and I love traveling, but I see this conversation unconsciously happening with a lot of people. A lot of the times when I say, hey, I'm going to wherever, Panama, and oh, I wish I could come, but, and then the list of all these things that's keeping them back. Well, are those things that are really keeping you back, or is that your fear? And sometimes they are absolutely legitimate. Let me be frank with that. There are legitimate reasons, but a lot of the things that I see in that mind, and I see it because I've done it too. Oh, I really wish that I could do that, but la 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 la. And it was so much easier to list all of those things that were keeping me from that opportunity that would be enlightening or just fun, or a new experience to take me further onto my path. But so that's what I'm going to ask you today. After you watch this video, just take a few minutes, doesn't have to be long, and think about, reflect upon a person, a place, a opportunity, a thing that is maybe within your life right now, or just on the outside that you're working towards, and that's keeping you back from fully being engaged in it. What can you appreciate about that experience, that person, that thing, that opportunity that is here right now, and appreciate it for what it is, the obstacles and all. Okay, I think that's it. That's a lot in 7.5 minutes to go about on day number 2. So enjoy. I will see you all tomorrow, and namaste.